My builder says that's normal. 11 things you should never accept without asking questions. Have you ever pointed out something during construction of the new home, newly renovated home, or your final walkthrough only to have the builder or site supervisor smile and say, that's normal? Well, after more than 30 years in construction as an architectural technologist, production builder, custom home builder, international developer, and someone who's personally completed hundreds of homeowner walkthroughs, I can tell you something very important. Sometimes it is normal, but sometimes that's normal is simply the easiest answer to avoid having deeper conversation. Today's video isn't about criticizing builders. In fact, there are a lot of outstanding builders who genuinely care about their customers and stand behind their work. This video is about helping you understand the difference between something that is truly acceptable and something that deserves a second look. So let's get started. So number one, it's just the house settling. Every new home settles. Well, that is true. Wood dries, concrete shrinks, materials expand and contract with temperatures and humidity. Small cosmetic nail pops or tiny seasonal drywall cracks can be perfectly normal, absolutely. But significant cracks, doors that suddenly won't open or latch, windows that bind, uneven floors, large gaps around trim, those deserve further investigation. Settlement shouldn't be used as a blanket explanation for every problem. Ask your builder what amount of movement they consider acceptable and why. A good builder won't mind explaining the difference. And number two, every house does that. This one always makes me kind of smile. If every house leaked, if every house squeaked excessively, if every driveway cracked apart, then we'd simply accept poor construction. The reality is that every home is different. Construction quality matters. Design matters, site conditions matter, materials matter. Don't accept every house does that as an answer. Ask, why does this house do it? Can it be improved? These are valid questions. Is it within the manufacturer's specifications? That's a good question. Those are much better questions. And number three, the drywall looks fine. Drywall is one of the first things homeowners notice after possession. Stand near a window on a sunny afternoon, natural light tells the truth. Look for the visibility, look for visible joints, uneven surfaces, poor corner finishing, wavy walls, poor sanding, shadow lines. Now remember, don't inspect drywall with a flashlight held against the wall. That's just not realistic. There has to be professional standards always because you're working with real materials, real humans working with real materials. The professional standards require normal lighting conditions, but under ordinary daylight, you should expect quality workmanship. That's important. Number four, the paint will cure. Fresh paint does continue to harden for several weeks. That's true. But curing paint doesn't fix missed spots, roller marks, runs, overspray, poor cut lines, paint on hardware, paint on glass. Those are workmanship issues. Don't confuse curing with quality because they're completely different. Number five, you'll stop hearing that noise. Will you? Maybe. Maybe not. HVAC systems, water pipes, floors, stairs, garage doors, all produce some sound. But persistent banging, whistling, grinding, excessive vibration, those deserve some attention and they need to be pointed out. Never let mechanical noises become your problem after possession. Number six, the window is within tolerance. Builders often refer to tolerances, and that's fair. There has to be some kind of a standard and a gauge. Construction isn't cabinet making, nothing is built to an absolute perfection, but ask them to show you the actual tolerances. That's a fair question. Is it from the building code, or is it simply someone's opinion? Good builders rely on documented standards, not just guesses or what they think is the standard. That's just not acceptable, and it never should be. Number 7, that crack isn't structural. Maybe, but ask how they know. Hairline shrinkage cracks in concrete are absolutely common. Large displacement, ongoing movement, water penetration, those deserve some proper evaluation. Those are very important details to point out. Never be embarrassed about asking for an explanation. You're buying a house here with your money. It's your big investment. You're paying for professional trades and great performance. Number 8, it passed inspection. This is one of the biggest misconceptions. A municipal inspection does not guarantee perfection. That's not what they're there for. Building inspectors do an incredible job. They certainly do, but they don't inspect every square inch of your home. They inspect for compliance with the building code. That's very different from workmanship. A home can pass every required inspection and still have deficiencies that should be corrected before possession. Passing inspection should never end the conversation. That's not acceptable either. It should simply be one part of it. Number 9, that's cosmetic. Love that one. Sometimes cosmetic issues matter. Scratch flooring, damaged countertops, chipped cabinets, poor caulking, misaligned trim. Those may not affect the structure, and they don't, but they absolutely affect the quality of the finished home that you paid for. If it's supposed to be new, it should look new. Number 10, we'll get it later. Lovely. Sometimes builders honestly need to return after possession. Absolutely they do. Back orders, material happens all the time, weather delays happen, seasonal work happens. But make sure every unfinished item is written down. Get dates whenever possible. Know who is responsible, who's going to be doing the work. Verbal promises have a way of being forgotten, and they just do. Written deficiency lists protect everyone. And I do have a free download deficiency checklist on my website at scottgrozelle.com. This is a valuable tool to protect your investment, so come check it out. And number 11. Trust me. Trust is important. You got that right. But documentation is better. If someone tells you it's covered, then ask where. If that's acceptable, ask which standard they're referring to. If that's normal, ask them to explain why that's normal. Knowledge is one of the best tools a homeowner can have. When you've got knowledge, you've got everything you need. The best builders appreciate informed clients. They don't fear questions. They shouldn't. In fact, they usually enjoy answering them because it builds confidence and trust on both sides. That's a good builder or a good contractor. This video isn't about teaching you to argue with your builder. It's about teaching you to have informed conversations. During my career, I worked with some outstanding tradespeople, outstanding builders, and they just genuinely cared about the work and quality that they did. Those professionals never had a problem explaining something. Those professionals never had a problem explaining why was something acceptable or admitting when something needed to be corrected. That's okay, we're all human. That's the kind of builder you want. Remember, you're not looking for perfection. No home will ever be. It's just you're working with humans and nothing's perfect, just the way it is. But you are looking for honesty, accountability, professionalism, and a builder who stands behind their work. If someone can clearly explain why something is acceptable and they're willing to show you the standards that they're using, referring to, that's usually a very good sign. That should make you feel very comfortable with your construction. If every concern is immediately dismissed with "that's normal," without any explanation, that's when you should start asking more questions. Before you go, one topic I deliberately didn't cover today in this video is new home warranty. That's because it deserves an entire video on its own. There's a lot of misconceptions about warranty programs, what they actually protect, how builders qualify for reputable programs, and why every home buyer should understand them before signing any contract. So I should have that video coming out in the very near future, so keep an eye out for that one because it's very important that you are understanding that one. If you're buying a new home, I highly recommend you watch the next I look forward to seeing you again. Like and subscribe to this channel and pass it on to anybody else that might benefit from this information. Thank you very much.